Hello, YouTubians.
What's going on, YouTube?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Greetings.
However, whenever you're watching this, we appreciate you because you already know time is expensive.
Yes, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for subscribing, bot or not. But if you're here for the first time, this show is about everything and anything
Creative.
Anything that sparks your creativity in whatever medium you dabble in.
Expressing your creative soul.
And welcome to another episode of Creativity
Unsheathed.
I'm Oliver Segwell.
And I'm Nino.
And yes, we are brothers.
Yes, we are.
And this is the show where we feel.
Learn to enjoy the process, y'all. Be in the moment, appreciate it.
The step-by-step process to whatever activity you're partaking in. You just never know what you may get out of it,
Like, you can't be great without leveling up, right? Going through the process.
You can't rush it. You have to nurture it every step of the way,
Yeah.
Each harvest is going to be different, if you will.
Yeah, you learn patience, even though we all want fast.
The fast don't last.
Yep.
And why we're talking about this and what we're looking in today is
The process.
But it's also known as the ultimate fight.
The ultimate fight.
So whatever title you want, we're looking into this one today.
Yeah.
But definitely it's a shout out to the Hong Kong distribution. You know? It's like how there's different titles for like Bruce Lee movies, for example.
Yep.
Right. There's Fist of Fury.
Yep.
But then it's actually
Chinese Connection.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you have Way of the Dragon, and then Return of the Dragon.
Apples and oranges. Which one you want?
So it's still awesome action.
Right. Why in particular we're looking into this film? Because it's a real Pinoy movie.
Yeah. Another action-packed Filipino martial arts movie.
Featuring the father-son duo.
Yeah.
Ernie Reyes Jr. and Jr. with a special co-star feature by
Shishir Inocalla.
who is a real practitioner of the Arnis fighting style.
Yes.
And who's a Datu to this day and still teaching the art of Arnis to anybody who's willing to learn.
Doing that little movie fact.
Oh, and he's known to be a stunt double. One of my favorite Ninja Turtle movies, Turtles in Time.
Nice.
Right.
The third installment.
Right, when they went to Japan.
Yeah.
He was in the suit of Michelangelo, so he was doing all the martial arts sequences throughout the whole film. And he might have played two turtles, I'm not too sure, but he played two turtles in the live action series, The Next Mutation.
Nice.
Right? The Fox Kids adaptation of the TMNT.
Nice. Leonardo, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been Leo and Venus de Milo.
Whoa. Yeah, that's cool.
We can only know from Shishir himself, so
Yeah. Hell yeah.
it'll be cool to know.
For sure.
And Shishir Inocalla also co-produced this movie. That's why he's co-starring in this film, which definitely makes it Pinoy.
Yeah, man. A lot of screen time with some awesome martial arts.
Whatever label it is that makes him such grandmaster, he is that grandmaster of Arnis.
Maybe you can call it a Filipino pastime.
Totes.
Right.
Totes.
Stick fighting.
All the way down to the history of Lapu-Lapu.
Yep.
You guys can dive down that history on your own, but this movie is stemming off of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Directed by Ernie Reyes Jr. himself, who also co-wrote this film, and fully expressing his creativity on this film, dabbling in the independent scene.
Yeah, sure.
Which was in 1998. I'm not too sure the proper release date, but this movie was definitely before The Rundown.
Yeah.
And a precursor of what was going to be the fight against The Rock.
Ooh,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
You will later see in this film the size difference, y'all.
Yeah, the comparison is there.
Putting that Bruce Lee inspiration into work, if you will,
Yeah.
because this movie really has a lot of that Bruce Lee-ism all over this movie.
A lot of that Bruce Lee energy.
Yeah.
Probably channeled him,
Totes.
right?
And I'm pretty sure for most of Bruce's movies, they had to work with what they had. And for this film, you totally get those vibes as well.
Yeah.
Creativity unsheathed.
For sure.
You got to work with what you got.
For sure.
Just got to go with the flow.
Yeah, and it worked. I mean, it's not even low budget. It's a passion project.
Totes. Totes. With Ernie Reyes Sr. being part of the choreography.
Yeah.
It's always going to be a passion project,
If you guys watch this movie for the first time, you would think it's campy or corny or generic. But mind you, they've been doing this for years. They're legit martial artists.
Yeah. They've been doing movies, home movies at that, since the 70s. And that was before he did
Last Dragon.
And before he did that TV show, Sidekicks.
Yeah.
This father and son duo, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and they know how to perform.
right?
Yeah, good showsman.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call Ernie Senior or Junior paper tigers. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
You already know about that rule of three in pop culture,
Yes.
entertainment. 3 or more of that race is that product. So
Yeah.
this movie is definitely a Pinoy product.
Yes, sir. A Filipino movie.
We're about to dive into this movie. If you haven't seen it yet, stop this episode, save it, go ahead, watch the movie if you want. But if you just want to see the fight scenes and you're curious, hey, by all means you do that. Come back and listen to our takes. But if you don't mind all the spoilers, we're going to get into it right now.
Right now. Right now. Right now. Hey, they're here.
So we open up in Manila, Philippines, y'all.
Nice. Right out the gate.
We see this mysterious figure getting ready for what it seems an underground fight tournament.
Like the grand champion everyone wants to beat. Man, it's like a cool trading card right there.
Seriously.
Filipino flag in the background. Mysterious warrior. What more do you want? What more do you want in an action movie?
Seriously, dude.
It's like you're not from the Philippines, but you have a lot of pride. Like, yeah, I want to be this guy. I want to be where he's from.
Whatever he's eating, I want.
I want it.
What's his regimen?
Kani.
You get this whole montage of this fight. So Shishir Inocalla is playing this character, Pinoy. And again, being this dominant Arnis fighter,
Yeah.
by any means, he'll do what it takes to win the fight. And it seems like the adulations and the prize is not what fuels him. You know, it seems like he's still living life empty.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't fulfill him.
He feels like he needs to get away. You know, he doesn't feel satisfied with, in life.
Yeah, he wants more out of life.
Right? Not just fighting.
I just don't always want to fight.
Find balance.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta have fun.
Yeah. EGB, man.
Too much of anything.
Yeah,
Bad.
it's not good. Yeah.
So here's Pinoy talking to...
His Lolo or his Grandmaster.
I'm not too sure the relationship between these two. They don't really disclose it, but he just really seems like this guiding force, guiding spirit, if you will,
Yeah.
for Pinoy, you know, in terms of spirituality, you know?
Give him wisdom.
I mean, I don't know if he was like his manager, promoter, trainer, or whatnot, but wearing such nice Burong Tagalog.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Who knows? Who knows about the history about the Burong Tagalog, y'all?
Yes.
On how the Spaniards gave it to the Philippine warriors to make sure that they weren't concealing weapons
Yeah.
when they would attend such parties or whatnot with the Spaniards, and knowing that these warriors were fierce and dangerous
Yeah.
with given whatever weapon.
Yeah, at hand.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why this thin looking fabric of a
Yeah.
dress shirt
See through. Yeah.
looks funny,
Yeah.
but people wear it for a reason.
Yeah. Looks stylish too.
Yeah. But within this conversation, of course, Shishar is still looking for that guidance, and this Lola tells him to go to America to find purpose and to seek peace.
Yeah. Go find happiness.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever fulfills him, whatever opportunities America is going to give.
Yeah. I give you my blessing.
Because he doesn't know who he is, and maybe this journey will help him find that.
True.
So here we are touching down in America. We land in Seattle, Washington.
Nice.
We get to meet Ernie Reyes Jr.'s character, Jesse. He gets an anonymous call about a drug deal that's going to go down between a rival gang, it seems.
Yeah.
And this anonymous person knows that Jesse can handle these so-called crazy dragons
Yeah.
who are handling the deal because he has such skills to take care of such goons.
Yeah, like I can do it.
Fast forward, we get to meet the antagonist of this film named Hitler. And we see him conversing with such character named the Godfather, talking about completing the drug deal.
Yeah.
Godfather already gave him the currency, if you will.
Yeah.
Now he's waiting for his product,
Yeah.
right? But they don't know that that product's about to get intercepted by Jesse.
Nice.
Fast forward, we see the deal go down between the crazy dragons and such drug dealers, it seems,
Yeah.
right? Whatever these ties, the deal's going down. But these guys give the crazy dragons a fair warning about Jesse's arrival.
Yeah, yeah.
Story continues. We end up in the industrial parts of Seattle, it seems, and we see this taxi driving by with a mysterious character. Who could it be?
Nice.
But as the taxi drives by, here's Jesse looking to antagonize the crazy dragons here. But as you can see, all they're doing is just being them, you know, staying sharp, training.
Training to sharpen your skills.
Yeah. All day, all night.
Total like punk martial artists.
Right. So Jesse's continuing, mouthing off at them until they start chasing him, and which they do. But can Jesse fight all of them off by himself, knowing that they all have weapons?
Ooh, and Jesse has empty hands.
We'll see if Jesse can do it. And here's the taxi, dropping off that mysterious figure. It's Pinoy.
Nice.
His money ran out, and he just has to stop there, continue on foot. Jesse's getting beat up by the crazy dragons. And here's this random kid telling Pinoy about Jesse getting beat up.
Yeah.
And then this kid leads Pinoy to where the fight's going down.
Yeah, at first Jesse was handling them, but then it just got too much.
It just got overwhelming to the point where he's gonna need help.
Yeah.
And then here is Pinoy coming to the rescue, rushing to the aid of such young men going up against a gang.
Yeah, right time, right place for Pinoy.
Talk about stars aligning, or the spirit guides leading the way, right?
Yeah, like he promised, I don't want to fight no more, but hey, he does what he has to do.
Total Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to fight.
For real, he made a promise.
Here is Pinoy flying into the rescue with his Arnis sticks, fighting off the guys with the weapons.
Yeah.
Some of the crazy dragons, they got bow staffs, they have
Scythe, actual martial arts weapons.
Yeah. One of them may have nunchukus.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure, it was too dark. But this fight was going down, and it was probably happening too fast, you couldn't even notice.
Yeah. He was too fast, too good.
For both the audience and for the fighters. I mean, you're so hyper-focused, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. He had no time to blink.
And here are the bystanders enjoying the free show.
Yeah, no camera phone yet.
No, it's a free street fight. As if Street Fighter came to life. But they couldn't have too much time to enjoy it because the fight comes to them to the point Jesse was fighting off the crazy dragons. One kick after another.
Nice.
Really crisp, really clean kicks.
Yeah.
Definitely see that Taekwondo influence.
Yeah, nice form. And it's not lazy either.
Nah. And for Pinoy's Arnis fighting sequence, what you see is a full demonstration of what you expect in a street fight.
Yeah.
It's like the Monte Cristo type fighting.
He doesn't twirl with Arnie's sticks. It's not really flashy.
He did twirl it.
Yeah.
But he was just getting ready.
Yeah.
But when it came down to actual striking and blocking.
Yeah.
Again, real classic.
Dual battling, swashbuckling. You know what I mean?
Right, Lapu Lapu versus Magellan history.
Yeah.
It's totally there in this demonstration.
Yeah.
What you expect from an Arnie stick fighter.
Yes, sir. During the invasion, if you will.
Right.
It's probably at its purest.
Totes, dude. And given the size of Pinoy,
Yeah.
really squirrely and fast, quick.
Yeah.
Man, again, don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it's like you're getting stung by a bee with the Arnie sticks.
And these crazy dragons were no match for these two.
No match.
They end up scurrying off from the scene and leaving behind a product.
Yeah, a deal gone wrong.
And ends up in the hands of Jesse and victory, I guess.
Yeah,
Right.
and home they go.
Fast forward, we get to meet the characters Senior and Karen.
Nice.
They're talking about the current state of the drug line, if you will. Seems like Karen is in the business, and
Yeah, the drug trade.
she's talking about the effects of it all and adjustments that she has to make.
Right.
But with the crazy dragons and the orphans that they house,
Yeah.
The trouble that's stirring up.
Business is not looking too good
No.
when you got kids running it, you know what I mean?
When you have kids showing their immaturity, if you
Yeah.
will.
Yep.
Right, on top of the ego of martial arts.
Yep.
And then within this conversation between Senior and Karen, talking about the process.
Yeah.
How it's more powerful than any artificial drug made to man.
Yeah.
And that this particular power of the process comes from within. I don't know if he's talking about the chi,
Right. The enlightenment.
the Jedi power, if you
Yeah,
will.
for
But
sure.
It's not easy to harness,
Or unlock.
right? But it's probable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my theory, what he's talking about. But comment below, y'all, what you guys think.
Yeah, for sure.
Spotlight moment. The crazy dragons are being interrogated by their leader, Hitler.
Their boss man.
They're telling them that they got jumped by Jesse and his newfound partner, and they throw out there that there may be a Judas.
Within the circle, within the camp, but they don't know who it is.
Hitler doesn't want to accept that theory.
Yeah, he doesn't buy it.
They admitted that they were no match, but they promised that they'll get it back. But he wants this problem to be resolved as quickly as possible because he owes that debt to Godfather.
Yeah, by any means necessary.
Crazy dragons, they give their salutes, their promise, if you will. And,
Yeah, start training hard.
Right? They're going to double up on their training regimen from here on out.
Yep.
Story continues. We're here with Jesse and Pinoy. Jesse is praising Pinoy for his assistance and his help with the crazy dragons,
Saving his life.
especially ending up with their product and their money.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
Jesse's just really excited for the future that they're going to have together, especially with Pinoy's such skills.
Yeah.
Says, I can't wait for you to meet my friends. And here's Jesse helping Pinoy with a wound on his rib. You know, just really showing that hospitality and that gratitude.
Yeah, now he gave Pinoy a place to stay.
Yeah.
Befriended him, if you will.
And here comes Susan.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if she is like the foster sibling or a roommate to
Orphan,
this.
yeah.
Here she is interacting with Jesse, but she has limited interaction with Pinoy because he hasn't given him a proper introduction to the crew yet. So don't talk to him yet.
Yeah.
Jesse sees Pinoy's bashful face because, you know, he has his shirt off and, you know, he sees Susan looking at him like, again, that bashful look. Jesse thinks like, oh, you want that? Go ahead, man, go for it. But that's not his lifestyle.
Yeah, being a gentleman.
Right.
Shy.
He's just tired. He has jet lag.
Yeah.
You know, respectfully
Denied, yeah.
And he just needs some sleep.
Yeah, just want to rest.
And for Susan, she finds that respectful, gave Pinoy a proper goodnight greeting.
Yeah.
And, you know, they parted ways till the morning. And he says salamat, and they go to sleep.
Yeah, respectfully part ways. They kept it strictly platonic.
But for Pinoy, he can't really go to sleep properly because he has some nightmares of his past.
Yeah.
You know, of being such fighter.
Post-traumatic stress.
Right? The past comes haunting you.
Like
I guess.
his rage and all this energy still stored inside of him.
Story continues. It's the next morning. Jesse waking up from his slumber. Cool honorable mention. You got a Sun Tzu Art of War book.
Nice.
On his bed. Nice reading material before bed, just to sharpen up the skills.
Yes, sir. It's a good manual for life.
Not just war, but for life.
For life, y'all.
Dive into that book on your own leisure if you want. But it's an awesome shout out.
Yes, sir.
But story continues. Jesse runs into Susan, and Susan tells him, hey, if you're looking for that Pinoy guy, he's out in the yard doing some stuff.
Nice.
But Jesse doesn't want him out there because, again, Pinoy is Jesse's little secret. He doesn't want the whole world, the neighborhood to know about him just yet.
Yeah, secret weapon.
And
There's a perfect weapon, and then you have the secret weapon.
Speakman speaks.
Nice. That's why he has his poster. He made it himself. That's the only Tagalog I know. Shishir.
Story continues. Johnny ends up outside and he finds Pinoy just meditating underneath the tree.
Nice competition. Nice tree, too.
Right? And this is a good shout out to Shishir because he is a well-known yogi.
Nice.
On top of being
A healer.
if you will.
Nice.
He's more than just an artist, fighter, an actor.
Shaman, maybe?
Hey, there's more to him.
Yeah, for sure.
And very much like in this scene, Jesse's trying to figure that out. Like, hey man, why are you so up so early?
What are you on?
Where do you get this energy? Like, hey man, you can bottle this up and sell it. Man.
Man, for real.
Like, what's your regimen? And Jesse admiring it all, like you've never seen it before.
Yeah.
As a martial artist, it just shows that you have to keep your cup empty. Continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Can't stay stagnant.
Keep moving your body.
Story continues. Here's Hitler. He's making sure that his crazy dragons are sharp and ready and they're doubling up on their training because Godfather is on his ass. Godfather is continuously calling him, you know, dogging him about his product. So,
Demanding.
and Hitler is just really frazzled and all his quirks are beginning to show when he's nervous.
True.
So,
They need to execute or else.
right? And here are the crazy dragons. Training or overtraining, however you want to go about it.
But they do not want to disappoint.
Right? Again, like how they go about their training, it just really seems like they go
Extreme.
too hard.
Yeah.
You know? Knowing not every opponent is going to be the same.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
Given what they just went through. You
Yeah.
know, with Pinoy. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how often are you going to come across that?
Yeah. And again, boards don't hit back. Pads don't hit back. Bags don't hit back. You don't know who you're going to fight. So what are you really training for?
Alright, and that's what the secretary says herself, like, what am I here for? Like, what am I watching you guys for? So she wanders off, and she lets Chemo, played as Chemo. This leads to some conditioning training, where Chemo stomps on their core.
It's like their martial arts training became military training.
Hence, Hitler, right?
Yep.
Training continues.
Joey Gilla still.
Comment below, y'all. Kind of look like Joey Gila, the Filipino comedian. But we get hit with a flashback. We get a flashback of Chemo's past life, it seems, of how he became a henchman.
Nice.
After he beat this guy up, he stole his clothes, got his chain, and now we get who he is today, it seems. But that's a film theory.
Yeah.
There's no real elaboration on who he is or what he does or how he connected with Hitler. But
yeah, man. For all we know, it's like this could be like the back door to the training facility, the gym, and you just felt like jumping this guy.
who knows? Comment below.
Nice suit, buddy.
But Chemo is a real UFC fighter, y'all. He's not a paper tiger.
Nope.
He knows his stuff.
Yes, sir. Leave him alone.
The story continues. Godfather won't leave Hitler alone. You know,
Nice.
he's not playing phone tag, if you will. He's letting Hitler know that his patience is wearing thin.
Yep.
Hitler's quirks are showing more and more as the story goes on. And that nervousness is just...
Overwhelming him. You know what I mean? Frazzled and anxious. Full of anxiety.
But Godfather doesn't care about that. He cares about his product.
Yeah.
Story continues. Jesse and the crew are admiring their new roommate's training regimen, it seems.
Pinoy showing his moves. His katas, if you want to call it that.
Right?
His warm-ups.
Everyone's impressed, including the girls. But Jesse feels like, oh, you think that's hot?
A little jealous.
Right?
Just a little bit.
Jesse gets up to prove that he's the real Pinoy.
Nice.
Right? He's going to show that he is Mr. Pinoy University.
Yeah, takes off the shirt.
Starts flexing, showing off what he got working with.
It's nice. About to do some reps.
Right? He was doing push-ups with some backflips.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, ta-da! What do you think?
He really does like flips.
Really acrobatic.
Yeah. That wushu stuff, huh?
Yeah.
On top of taekwondo, right?
Even Pinoy's amazed.
Yeah, like, wow, I can't do that.
Fast forward. Here are the Crazy Dragons. They're in the van, rolling up to Jesse's house, letting their presence be known. But here is Senior, letting his presence be known that he's protecting
The home.
right? The lion is protecting the den.
Not letting no punk kids trying to muscle in on their home.
Right? But here are Jesse and the crew. They see that van rolling down the road, which makes them go back inside and prepare and get ready for what may come.
Yeah, for sure. Always mind your surroundings, y'all.
Right? So they go back inside for some breakfast. But this breakfast becomes a break test, if you will.
Not intercontinental breakfast. It's initiation breakfast.
Initiation before you can join the family.
Yeah.
But if you join the family, you have to know some form of martial arts.
Yeah. Handling yourself.
Right?
Knowing how to take care of yourself.
Showing no fear.
For sure.
Being in the moment. And this moment is really definitely being known. You see the stare down between them two, like a straight up Western. And then I don't know how their Eskrimas magically appear.
Man.
It appears. And you get a full on
Yeah.
Arnis demonstration, y'all.
Beautiful demonstration.
Pure Pinoy martial art here, y'all. That's why this movie is a real Pinoy movie right here.
Man.
This scene here, y'all. We thought it was Jeff Speakman in Perfect Weapon.
No,
Nah, man.
no.
Sorry, Jeff Speakman.
Sorry, brother.
But this one, Shishir Inocalla, man. He's the man.
I mean, so far it's the only one we've seen out there, but this has got to be the one.
If he's treasured as Datu at this point of his career, hey, that says a lot, right?
Yeah, aside from gurus on YouTube demonstrating, but as far as a movie showcasing Arnis, Eskrima,
This one's pretty big.
yeah,
Alright.
from the beginning to almost the end,
Totes.
you get it.
Full on demonstration, y'all. And, at first it does look like
Batting away, like,
stick swatting
yeah,
and whatnot.
making noise,
Right? And, it does look like a dance as well.
yeah,
Similar to any martial art.
yeah,
You can add choreography to it.
Yeah.
And, with Arnie's, same thing. There's beats to it.
yeah. It's definitely sword fighting.
Yeah. Of course, it's all about being in the moment and knowing when to strike, when to do whatever maneuver that needs to be executed,
Yeah, a lot of self-control and focus.
Yeah.
These Arnis sticks, it looks like you can lose your grip. You know what I mean? Especially when they hit it against tires in training. I feel like you can lose your grip.
Especially knowing how thin they
Thin,
look.
yeah. Thin and almost hollow somewhat.
Right? You figured they would break at some point,
Yeah, very lightweight.
but unless they're made from a particular wood, or if you're really skilled at Arnie's, you can use any stick or
Yeah.
any object at any given point. But within this choreography, we get a homage to surf ninjas, y'all. Senior, who played as Zatch in that movie, You know, we see him on doing more table work.
Nice.
Dodging, swiping away those Arnie strikes.
With his legs.
Right. Which it works, you know, it shows the skills of those strong Taekwondo legs that he's been training in for how many years?
Yeah. Flips and, acrobats.
Right. Has a real strong core work. But a Bala-san gets thrown into this fight. And I guess when desperation comes into play, the Bala-san comes to play.
And that's where the Kali comes.
Totes,
man. Knife work, right?
Dirty boxing, whatever it may be.
It's like they're showcasing all the Filipino martial arts.
Right. Which we don't get really that dirty boxing demonstration, but it would have been cool if we got
for sure.
that. But we do get a classic
knife suspense.
Yeah, like
straight Western.
Right.
Totally. Classic 80s.
And the tension gets redirected to a Jesus piece being hanged on the wall. And here's Jesse dodging their fight, but all he can do is just laugh at the fact that that they stabbed the Jesus piece.
As if like Jesse, he kind of act like he's on something, like he's drugged, but he's not. He's just really getting a kick out of it. The adrenaline rush, adrenaline junkie. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But here's Senior telling him to shut up. As he gives Pinoy his respects.
Nice.
Welcome to North America, Pinoy.
You are worthy.
Salamat. Pinoy accepts the salute, and he feels accepted. Now that the test is over. Or initiation, whatever it may be. But
it's like right on time too.
Right, because this warm up turns into what may be
a full-on test
of their martial arts. Of their entire self-being.
I don't know if that's perfect timing for the initiation, but man, at least he knows he's on his side.
Here's one of the other orphan kids, Marty. He peeps out the window and he sees the crazy dragons making their presence known again. Senior.
He's acknowledging that security.
Giving them that reassurance.
Yeah.
Don't fear anybody. Everyone's looking at each other and, just that confirmation nod, if you will.
Yeah, like, alright, I'm in.
But for Pinoy, he says, if there's police, there should be no fighting, right? And for Senior, there's no answer, because maybe there is no police when it comes down to such activity like this.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the underground world or whatever it may be for this situation. But
it's like two gangs going at it,
This conversation doesn't get elaborated because here are the crazy dragons letting themselves known on the property. Senior sees them approaching. He says, well, I guess we have no choice but to fight them. So, they prepare for what's about to go down in their backyard.
Nice.
And this is a pretty cool moment right here that we get with Senior and Jesse. They don't really say what they are, but they may be father and son. So it's like Jesse Senior and Junior.
Yeah.
And for this movie, you get that Filipino-American experience, if you will, because you see the father trying to pass down tradition.
Yeah.
Because Senior says this is the first step to being a master.
Yeah.
But Jesse just laughs at it like, nah, it's okay. He can keep it. He may need it more than I do.
Yeah.
But again, it just shows that example of passing on tradition.
Yeah, for sure. To a worthy heir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then here's Senior. He asks Pinoy if he knows about Lapu-Lapu.
Nice.
And he said, Lapu-Lapu. Then Senior says, yeah, winners.
Nice.
Right? Again, y'all. Lapu-Lapu defeated Magellan. Look it up.
Yes.
But this story continues. The crazy dragons, they make way onto their property.
Ooh, bad idea.
You hear Senior talking to, I guess you want to say the leader, the crazy dragons. All they want is their product back.
Yeah.
But for Senior, he says he has nothing to talk to you about.
Yeah.
But the crazy dragons, they know. They know that they have it.
Yeah.
They were there.
Even Pinoy.
But for Pinoy, gives that fair warning that this can end peacefully. The crazy dragons can just go home.
Man, with a guy wearing a shirt like that, it's very intimidating.
It's like, do you want to test it? Do you even want to try?
I'm like, who is this guy?
But for the crazy dragons, they're really persistent on wanting their product back. But here's the crazy dragons with a mother joke, if you will.
Yeah.
And Senior didn't like it.
Very disrespectful.
The leader tries to kick at him, but of course he misses.
Toothpick to the jugular.
Right? The same toothpick that Senior was picking his...
Wow! Yeah, that's a strong-ass toothpick.
Ah!
Man.
I'm surprised it didn't hit a vital artery or something.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't bleed out or what. But hey, he was still seen later on in the movie. But this fight continues. For this fight scene, you don't get a Hong Kong style. You get that American action film vibe.
I like how the camera's not messy. Very stationary, but you see it all.
No unnecessary like cuts and like choppiness.
Yeah.
Like, you just let it all play out.
Yeah.
Like it may seem sloppy, but you're in the moment. You
Yeah.
know, you're fighting in the moment. If you guys are a fan of Power Rangers, you get those vibes.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, jumping on things, flips, whatnot.
It's like if you can kind of get it right the first time, just keep it. Just keep going. But
Right.
just keep the energy.
Totes. And stay crisp as possible.
Yeah.
And the results will be seen in the film.
Right? It looks like it's golden hour too, so these were what they got, right?
Yeah.
They'll have to set up.
Right? For an independent film, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Hell yeah.
Creativity unsheathed, yo. Again, for this backyard fight, this is the type of thing they've been doing for all their lives.
Yeah.
Right? When you got so much open space, utilize it.
Yep.
Even for a movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty cool moments from Senior. Crisp. Karate moves.
Yeah.
You see some...
Taekwondo.
Yep.
A little bit of wushu, yeah. Like flying in the air, kicking.
Yeah, utilizing whatever movement comes out of you.
Yeah.
Again, referencing the table scene from Surf Ninjas.
Yeah.
You get another table scene here, but more in the reference leaning towards a Bruce Lee reference, right? He makes one of the dragons miss.
Yeah.
You know, and he just pushes him off like what Bruce Lee would do.
Yeah. Crouch shot.
Right?
Yeah.
And Senior has said it himself that Bruce Lee is one of his idols.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely shows in their films.
Yeah, just keep it simple, right?
Totes.
Hey, if it works, works. No one's gonna judge you on your street fight.
As far as for Pinoy, he's doing his best with his Arnie stick work. These guys have shovels and straight up garden tools.
Yeah. Huh, you fools. Arnie sticks came from shovel stick.
Break it in half. We got Arnie stick.
You stupid. Now it's just heavier for you.
Right? Wider swings.
Yeah.
When you have two sticks, you're quicker to the hits
Yeah.
and
More fluid.
to the point. And Pinoy is really successful with this demonstration.
Nice. Ernie with the flying back spinning kicks. It's great, man.
This sequence here is pretty good. That panoramic wide shot, but then was following him as he was making his way down.
Yeah.
You know, and hitting one dragon at a time.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool sequence.
No wires, guys.
No wires. Air Ernie. Well conditioned.
Well conditioned.
For this guy Marty, it's like not even martial arts anymore. But you know, if you guys been in mosh pits or you guys heard of mosh pits and the movements that they would do in those,
Yeah.
in such environment, you get that energy from Marty here,
Yeah. The running stomp kick.
right? Rocker type, but hey, whatever comes at you is the moment, right?
Yeah. For sure.
That's your martial arts. But I don't know, how is this martial arts?
Yeah, it's just pummeling.
Right, you
It's
just
a beat down.
And here's Jesse showing off his Bruce Lee inspiration.
Yeah, all over the place.
You know, doing those kicks.
His grunts. But he really sells it, man. It's really good.
Ernie still makes it his signature.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Even this Bruce Lee
Yeah.
homage right here, it's totally awesome. In this movie, he's been doing it since he was a little kid, since the demo days, and it's pretty cool that he finds a way to incorporate in the movies.
Yeah, dude, it's great that Michael J does the same one, remember?
Yeah.
Blood and Bone.
Yeah, dude.
It's great.
Hey.
It can be done.
And the story continues. The dragons are defeated. They walk off the property in shame,
Empty-handed.
right? Jesse kicks them on the way out,
One last time.
letting it be known who kicked their ass.
For sure.
Here are the girls, Susan and Katie. They're rewarding the boys with refreshments. And they enjoy a family time in victory.
It's great.
You know?
That's why it's cool they didn't have to show them either. Like during the whole fight scene.
Right? Like in Worry or...
Yeah.
Story continues. The crazy dragons. They're hightailing out of there.
Yeah. Empty-handed.
Right? Job not done. And they have some bad news to report to Hitler.
Yep. How are we gonna explain this one?
But for Karen, she needs explanation in terms of who is this Pinoy man.
Yeah.
Senior is really defending him at this point as far as Pinoy helping them, you know,
Yeah.
save their lives against the crazy dragons. Karen doesn't seem optimistic about the whole idea about a stranger coming into the family and being this protector, if you will. But Senior reassures her that Pinoy can do some good in terms of teaching and keeping the boys out of trouble,
Yeah.
or the kids in general out of trouble.
For sure. He already proved himself, you know.
And for her being a former missionary in the Philippines, you know, she should understand of such mission that Pinoy can offer.
Yep. Coming from the Philippines, you know.
And for Karen, she agrees. She will see where this will lead them, right,
Right.
down the road.
Right.
But the story continues. what Senior said comes true. Pinoy is training Jesse. You see Pinoy and Jesse on a morning jog.
Nice. On his regimen.
Right? A morning jog into town, and it seemed like they end up in front of a dojo.
Nice.
Right? Luckily enough, Jesse needed a smoke break.
Right?
I don't know how long that run was, but he needs a smoke break.
Nice.
And this dojo that they end up at, I don't know if Jesse has some past history with such dojo or with such Sifu instructor or whatnot, but they want to go check it out.
Yeah, probably to check him, you know.
Oh, do that.
Like, hey, there's this guy that just opened up shop. Let's see if he's real.
Dojo busted.
Yeah, for real.
Story continues. We're back at Hitler's headquarters, and there's an unfortunate situation for one of the crazy dragons.
And one of them has drawn the short stick, and as punishment, gets the titty twister. Ooh. Coming up empty-handed. Disappointment. Again.
Hitler is letting it be known with his weird torture techniques, it seems.
Yeah.
Digging his nails.
Doing like a death grip, eagle claw, bare hand and nails.
This person feels it, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, man, it probably hurts. Especially if you didn't cut your nails. Oh. Ooh, and he wipes with that hand. Do titty twisters.
Hitler's letting it be known. Hitler's really disappointed, and he demands more men. He needs backup.
Yeah.
He orders Chemo to call in the second wave and prepare for retaliation, if you will.
Prepare for battle once again.
Right? You see Chemo pulling out a gun, but will we see weapons in the third act?
Ooh.
Titty twisting continues.
Ah!
But that gets interrupted by a phone call by Godfather. Godfather again letting it be known he still hasn't received his product.
Yeah, keeping him in check.
And if he doesn't get it by tonight of that day or by a certain time limit, Godfather is going to come after him.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Story continues. We're back at that dojo. Jesse and Pinoy are spectating a demonstration, if you will.
Yeah.
We see this Guaylo thinking that he knows it all when it comes down to martial arts.
Yeah.
Or this form of martial arts, karate, thinking that he knows all and he is such a guru, master.
Yeah, such master. He's actually faking it till he makes it. In this case, he's a teacher, not a Sifu.
I mean, come on. Especially for this scene, he's talking about technique and power and whatnot, and then he wants to promote, be sure to get the 50% off Master Black Belt class. Like, what the heck?
Right. Shameless plug.
Yep, a straight up snake oil salesman. But hey, people bought into it, I guess.
Yeah.
However, he notices the two spectators.
Yeah.
And offers them if they want to take karate class.
Yeah.
But for Jesse, he looks off like, I already have an instructor.
Yeah. His intuition's kicking in like, you're not real.
He sees that he's a liar.
He sees through the veil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could beat you myself.
Here's Pinoy giving him his roses, like, you teach good karate.
Yeah.
It's good. You have a good class here. And you have the instructor offering, do you want to take it? But Pinoy, he says, no, it's okay, I know Arnis. Like, he's like, what's Arnis?
Yeah.
Like, mocking it,
Yeah.
But then here's Jesse, he's like, he's not good as you, but give him a try, he'll show you.
Yeah. Test him out, if you will.
Right? The instructor agrees, and, he wants to throw in a show for his class, if you will. Free of charge.
Yeah. It's their version of Bruce's demonstration.
Dojo busting.
Right? Against another karate guy.
Everybody in wonder, including Pinoy. He's amazed at the school. Like, wow, big space.
Yeah.
Something he's probably never seen before.
He doesn't even care about the fight.
Right?
I want to train here.
We don't have this in the Philippines.
For real.
Pinoy doesn't seem what to do at first, but Jesse says, just do anything, man. Just do what you normally do. Pulls off one of the students' bandanas and gives it to Pinoy and blindfolds himself.
Yeah.
And just demonstrates some stick work.
Yeah, man. Really displayed his senses.
Right? Really being in the moment.
Yeah.
When you're present, you can feel all.
For sure. I think that's really why when they have the mind flow and they fight against multiple, they just see it, right? They don't hesitate. They just feel it.
Totes. Everyone's amazed and they can't believe what they're seeing. Obviously, it seems like it's the first time seeing such art.
Yeah.
Everyone is speechless at this point, and for Jesse, he's really impressed. It's like, you guys are missing out.
Yeah.
That kind of gesture.
Really gave the dojo instructor a run for the money. It's like, if you only knew.
Story continues. Here is Hitler in front of whatever's left of his men from the last altercation, but he's giving them some last words of inspiration, encouragement, reassurance, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But he's totally ripping off a speech that one of these students have heard before in school.
Nice.
But he doesn't want to interrupt Mr. Hitler here.
His moment.
Right? But as one of the students says, man, I think I heard that from school before. Then you have the kid behind him says, fuck school.
Nice.
All they care about Hitler and his mission and what he has set upon them. And, you know, they have to make sure that they satisfy the objective.
So either they don't get it or they face the consequences.
Of being such foot soldiers, if you will.
Yep.
Story continues. We're back at the dojo. More tests is being put on the art of Arnis.
Yep.
Pinoy is just showing the demonstration, blindfolded still.
Nice.
And this karate student doesn't have what it takes. And I think he needs to get his money back or something.
He gets a refund.
He just looks like a fool against a blindfolded martial artist.
Yeah.
He almost gets tied up hog style.
Nice.
You know, straight up Looney Tunes.
Like a pretzel. Hell yeah. That's cool. Before sticks, before Daredevil. You know what I mean? Like blindfolded with Arnie sticks on screen. Sorry, speaking.
But here's an instructor. He feels embarrassed. Feels like he needs to put some credibility to his school. He says, well, you want to try that shit on me?
Oh.
Right, and he demonstrates his boxing form.
Nice.
But it doesn't faze Mr. Pinoy here as he stands there in focus.
Yeah, with confidence.
In the moment.
Calm and readiness.
He dodges the strike swiftly.
Yeah.
You know?
Looks like he's doing a dance move.
Right.
Like he's twitching like Michael.
Ow!
Right. Just looking to Pinoy.
Right. The instructor strikes again, but then Pinoy hits him, like jams his arm or hits his...
With the Arnie stick.
His elbow with the Arnie stick.
Yeah. Like a quick swat.
Really quick. And
Yeah. Like he checked him.
it's not a knockout
Nope.
maneuver, but look, it stings him.
Yep.
You know, he's just ordered, and then look, from that point, like, Pinoy can continue the attack or just wait, you know?
Yeah.
For any warrior, whatever moment, why wait?
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
But given this is an exhibition,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to hurt him.
Right. Death does not wait. Right. It's like your life is on the line.
If you're part of Cobra Kai.
Right? No mercy.
And the ego of that instructor just overloads, right? And, you know, he tries to attack Pinoy, but he's just too skilled, and he just knows what to do when it comes down to Arnis. Even to a simple poking up at the chin, you know? The art of Arnis doesn't look flashy, but it's effective.
Yeah, man, honestly, like, seeing stuff like this really makes me not want to go join.
Join schools?
Yeah, it's like, it's disappointing if that ever happens in true, like, real life. You know, like, someone tested your master in front of the kids, and then, like, their glass is shattered. Like, what am I paying money for? Like, I want to learn how to save my life, not just recreational bullshit. If that's what he's trying to sell is kung fu, right?
Given that UFC is around,
Yeah.
and, like, all they show is the violence.
Yeah, I might as well just go to the YMCA self-defense class. That's it. I don't have to pay for membership or fucking uniforms. Yearly at that, you know what I mean?
And it's like you're not going to change every
Yeah.
time.
Dude, like, why don't open up a school and wear what you're wearing?
Whatever it may be.
Yeah, right.
You're not going to change for a fight every time. But the story continues. Jesse is so amused. He just disproved all of this teacher's credibility. You know, his teachings, his ego, all the above. Jesse gets pushed by one of the students, and he says, what are you laughing about? And, you know, they start testing Jesse. But again, they don't train against every type of fighter.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So this stranger or this outsider, being Jesse, he just throws some JKD.
No form.
No form, he just hip tosses them, throws them around like dirty laundry.
Yeah.
You see some wrestling technique, it seems, but we get like a judo move.
Yeah, a lot of judo.
And you see the effectiveness of that move, and you know, it gets turned into an armbar. And seeing the JKD out of Ernie Reyes Jr. here, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he really showed it in practice. Yeah.
Just letting it be known and just really embarrassing these students. Like, these students need to evolve a lot more. You
for
know?
sure.
Can't just rely on one art.
Or bullshit, let alone.
Yep. Being taught by a liar.
Yeah, your life is in danger. You know?
Yep.
You're putting people's lives in harm's way.
And after that embarrassment, you see Jesse tie his shoes after the fact. They walk out of that dojo like mic drop, right? But then here's this instructor begging for them not to leave. You're like, hey, wait. We can make some money here.
Yeah.
You know? You really see the promoter mentality out of this guy.
Yeah.
It's like, you see what this guy's really about. And it's all about the gimmicks, money, whatever it may be. But for Pinoy, he doesn't want no involvement with such activity.
Yeah.
He has a different goal. It doesn't align with his journey.
Yeah. It's like the way he was doing kata. It's not even kata. He was doing boxing. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not martial arts.
Right?
It is, is, but not whatever you're trying to teach.
Just showing ego and
Yeah,
look what I can
yeah,
do.
yeah, for sure.
And he's like, whoa, hey, you guys need a ride somewhere?
Man,
Story continues. We're back at Hitler's spot. He gets confirmation that the crazy dragons have obtained the orphans, Marty, Susan, and Katie.
yeah,
Hitler finds that good because they're breaking their rhythm.
yeah,
There's already 2 goons going after Senior, so it seems like Hitler's plans are going
according to plan, like separate them, divide and conquer.
Alright. Here's Senior being done with grocery shopping, and he's trying to call the house, but no one's answering.
Yeah,
So he feels something is wrong. So he tells Karen wherever she is to stay there and to wait further instructions from him.
yeah,
You know, he wants to go check it out himself and make sure that the situation is alright.
yeah, for sure.
But for Senior, he doesn't know that he have 2 goons on his tail.
Watch your back, Zach.
Back to the snake oil salesman. You have this guy really following up on that ride, you know?
So he just ended class. I want to leave.
I got a good prospect waiting for me. I'll see you tomorrow.
Today's free.
Right? Like he changed fast just to give these guys a ride. But you know, for Jesse, again, he just sees that snake oil all around him, and you know, not believing a single word. But he just wants that ride halfway, telling him that you can stop here. But all he says, "It's okay. I hear you. I got you. I got you. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Come on, keep my card. Keep my card."
But we're friends.
Really being assertive, but for Jesse, he just tosses that card away once that guy drove off. Obviously, there's no future for them two.
No need.
Right, because Jesse has some better plans with Pinoy, you know, telling Pinoy, like, hey man, you should have really showed their stuff, man, like really kick their ass. And
Yeah, he held back a little bit.
but for Pinoy, he wants to go on a different journey of non-violence.
Yeah.
Story continues. Senior, he gets jumped by 2 of the crazy dragons.
Oh no.
They're trying to detain them,
Ambush him.
keep him out of the picture, in order for Hitler to get his product.
Yeah,
By any means necessary, they want it to be known.
yeah. Make a statement.
But Zach, because you can totally get flashbacks of surf ninjas. If you guys are fans, you know what we're talking about.
For sure.
Hit that like button. But you get that same aesthetic, that same vibe of choreography that you would see in surf ninjas.
Yes. No strings, no wires. It's all them.
You definitely see influence from Jackie Chan, Bruce
Yeah.
Lee. Always find ways to make the fight scene exciting,
Yeah.
And-
engaging, you know.
right?
Not boring.
I enjoy these fight scenes.
Yeah.
Again. Like they felt like Power Rangers, but better martial arts.
Yeah. It didn't feel sloppy
Nah.
or corny.
Senior prevails. Those 2 goons were no match for his tracksuit.
No way.
He was just too styling, and the martial arts on top of that,
He utilized the environment.
right? Senior prevails.
Senior prevails.
Story continues. We're back at the orphanage house. We see Hitler holding the kids at hostage, throwing his bravado around, his ego,
Yeah. Interrogating.
calling Pinoy all these.
Racial slurs.
But then you have Katie correcting him, like, no, he's Filipino.
Nice. Way to represent.
But for Hitler, he said, whoever or whatever they are, they shouldn't be meddling in my business. Again, just showing that ego and bravado.
Mm-hmm.
But that won't last.
No way.
So here's Jesse and Pinoy. They're making their way back to the house.
Just in time. Or is it?
Hitler has a feeling someone's coming. He looks out the window and sees them 2 arriving. Hitler tells his men to go prepare for what's about to go down.
Nice.
But for Pinoy, he's going to change up his tactic. He's going to throw these guys off by going the back way, it seems.
Nice. Ninja
Jesse-
style.
Right? Jesse doesn't know what he's doing, but he's just going along with it, you know, staying low, staying out of sight. And for the crazy dragons, they thought they saw them for a moment, but now they're not there.
Yeah.
They're confused. Now they're on high alert and making sure that this plan doesn't get ruined.
For sure. That's why his tiger shorts make sense. Right? Stealth like a tiger.
Very animalistic, like. Do you really want to mess with a guy like that?
Come on. You think he's
Twice.
crazy or what?
Part ways, say your hellos and part
He
ways.
looks funny for a reason. To make you think twice. Right. You never know.
Pinoy tells Jesse to stay here while he checks out the situation. But Jesse was like, are you crazy? I'm not staying here. So he goes off and follows Pinoy, which they end up in the back of the house. And, you know, they're hiding out behind the trees, and Pinoy is just trying to figure out a plan.
Nice.
Story continues. The ball's really rolling. Hitler gets notified that the second wave has arrived, and they're making way onto the property.
Alright, here we go.
But for Senior, he sees that second wave of goons making their way, and Senior has to sneak his way onto the property without getting caught. And,
Yeah. He has to be stealth as well.
and then Pinoy asks Jesse about the product, and he said, in a safe place. And then Pinoy tells him to go get it.
Oh man. retrieve the product.
So while Jesse goes off and gets it, here's Senior sneak attacking
Nice.
one of the henchmen.
Totally came out of nowhere.
Total Zatch, y'all.
Bro, just as if he was hiding right behind his back.
Such a Zatch move.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Jesse with the product, and he gives it to Pinoy. Pinoy has a plan, and he goes back to the barn with it, and then tells Jesse to lure them out to the barn, and then Pinoy will take out the henchmen one by one if needs be.
For sure.
So here's Jesse. He goes into the house and gets caught on purpose, like according to plan.
Yeah.
And Hitler asks Jesse where's his product, and Jesse tells him it's in the barn. So Hitler tells Chemo to go head out there and go retrieve it. But he doesn't know what's lurking there, nor does Hitler know that Zatch,
Nice.
or Senior, is waiting for his moment to strike and save the kids.
Being so stealth.
Back in the barn, here are the henchmen looking for such product. They don't know where to look, but they have to find Waldo somehow. And total awesome stealth moment from Pinoy here, y'all. You see him, or you don't see him.
Ooh.
You see a pile of dirt. What could be lurking is him. He pops out that ninja camouflage.
Straight Navy SEAL. Like in First Strike.
Predator waiting for his prey, if you will.
That was pretty cool. Came out of there, like out the ground, like.
Right, and then here he is, comes out, surprising the goons one by one, striking them with his Eskrima skills.
Hell yeah.
Right, really crisp, really cool, straight up Nightwing, yo.
Yeah.
DC Comics, Bat Family, y'all look it up.
It's great.
Straight up Filipino art there.
For sure. Put this on replay.
And back in the house, here we go. Senior comes in and saves the day, helps release Jesse, and the final fight goes down.
Yeah, the battle begins.
Or should we say, the ultimate fight.
Ooh, the ultimate fight begins.
Story continues. The rematch between Jesse and the Crazy Dragons go down.
Nice.
Here's Jesse sizing up his opponents.
As if he's staring down the Ninja Turtles.
Right? He's like, man, I've seen this before.
Right?
He's not impressed. But he's waiting for them to be done as they attack. But
Nice.
But it really seems like these Crazy Dragons, they're no match for this lonesome warrior, if you will.
Yeah.
This Filipino warrior, this real Pinoy.
Yeah.
Knows how to defend off these street orphans,
Yeah.
these gung fu orphans, if you will. These Crazy Dragons, you really see the ego within them, thinking that their strength, their brute force is top notch.
Yeah.
Like their martial arts is better, whatever have you.
Yeah. Trying to look intimidating.
Right. But for Jesse, it's like it's nothing to him. He has that confidence with himself, with his martial art, that he can defeat anybody.
Cool, calm, and collective.
Right? I mean, this guy calls him a bitch, but Jesse proves that wrong and calls him the bitch, spanking him.
Him having two nunchucks,
Right.
two sets of nunchucks.
And all he had was a kendo stick.
Yeah.
He had the confidence with that.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. Know your weapon, right? It doesn't matter how many weapons.
Which led to Jesse fighting an actual swordsman.
Ooh.
But I guess that swordsman was really erratic. Was no match for a kendo stick. And
Right.
Jesse was able to get him as well.
Yeah, stayed focused.
Right? These Crazy Dragons have a lot more training to do.
Yeah.
Their ego, thinking that they're the best, and that life of wanting it fast, of having the best martial arts.
Yeah.
It's proving them wrong.
Yeah. They have a lot of bad pride and ego. As the Crazy Dragons.
Cut inside to the barn. We finally get to see the size difference between Pinoy and Chemo.
Yeah.
Right? Arnis versus brute force. A giant.
Nightwing versus Bane.
Ooh, for real, dude.
Yeah, totally works.
He was able to stand toe to toe with Chemo.
Yeah.
But Chemo just being too big, too strong, just manhandles the tiny Mr. Pinoy.
Yeah.
Throws him around. But him being so short and squirrely, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
For such big brute force of a character like Chemo, you don't know how he's taking that.
Yeah, how it's gonna play out. Like, Pinoy could do anything to him. Imagine a squirrel, like, gouging your eye out.
Right.
Pulling your hair.
Seriously. So he's like trying to get him off of him, which he does, but Pinoy ends up crawling on the barn wall and just being really elusive.
Yeah.
Right? Pulling out all the tricks.
Oh, yeah.
The whole low blow shot with the stick. Again, pulling out all the tricks.
Yeah.
For Senior's fight scene in the playroom, talk about utilize everything around you, right?
Yeah, it's like there's a scene in Rumble in the Bronx.
Totes.
Right, in the gang hideout.
Taking out these goons one by one.
Yeah.
First he's using this golf club, and then he throws a basketball, throws a football. He uses football cleats, it seems, or maybe soccer cleats.
Oh, yeah. Smashes them on the side of their head.
Yeah.
Oh.
A total Jackie Chan moment here.
For sure.
But again, he's still utilizing his martial arts and whatever comes out of him at that moment.
To say that it's cheap, no, it's not. You're fighting for your life.
Right. If he has to use a ski pole to help save his life, then he's gonna use that.
Yeah, for sure. Right? Who says you always have to sway and kick? Maybe you want to save that.
Save the last resort, right?
Yeah, you don't want to break it, you know?
And especially when Senior gets tested at gunpoint, he remains composed like any martial artist.
Yeah.
Waiting for his moment to strike.
Why be stupid?
Right.
It's like these are almost like real life scenarios too. Like applicable martial arts.
And again, he's Hamajin Surf Ninjas.
Yeah.
Hit that like button if you know what we're talking about.
For sure.
Story continues. We're back outside.
Senior decides to put his jacket back on because it's cold.
After Senior prevailed in the game room, he has to go outside to the barn. And he sees a goon blocking his passage. And he says, come on, bring it on. A wordless gesture.
Let me see what you got.
But Senior knows what that's all about. And he gives his version of Bruce Lee's flying kick.
Man.
That flying side kick, y'all.
Yeah.
Totally prevails, you know. The goon goes through that door.
Superhero pose.
Right? Alerting Chemo.
Yeah, that I'm here.
Chemo says, come on, let's go. Bring it on.
Oh, man.
Total Game of Death reference here, right? Like,
yeah.
Once that big boss got rid of one fighter, here comes the next.
Yeah.
Because Pinoy's no longer in the picture. He's somewhere out cold, maybe. But
yeah.
we get no clarification. But right now, the fight's going down between Senior and Chemo.
Nice.
You get this whole macho stare down. Totally cliche, but it works. It's effective.
And that's Senior, too.
Given this movie is shot in 1998, late 90s, early 2000s, maybe 50s, early 60s.
Man, looks good.
Even today, at 77, he can still move.
Very nice.
And this scene, he really demonstrates that he can go up against big dudes, choreographed or not. Senior really shows the seasoned veteran as far as being a martial artist, stunt coordinator, choreographer.
Really stuck with it.
Chemo being a former UFC fighter at this point in his career, I'm pretty sure Senior wanted to play to those strengths and threw in some wrestling, grappling maneuvers here.
Yeah.
Switching up to an armbar, basic wrestling moves, you know, like a drop kick here and there.
Maybe granted the space that Senior had, not a lot of flying kicks.
You totally get that Western bar fight.
Yeah.
Or Western barn fight.
Yeah.
Western style.
For sure.
Definitely size different shows here. Chemo having that brute force over Senior. You don't want to consider age playing a factor, but Chemo has that advantage.
Yeah.
But Senior finding a way, again being that seasoned veteran,
nice.
You know, puts him again in that armbar.
Hell yeah.
It works.
But
like what Bruce Lee said, if you have to bite, use your teeth.
Yeah, you gotta bite.
Even as a henchman, Chemo knows that trick himself.
Yeah, man, he used it.
Do you watch Bruce Lee's movies too?
For real, right? Bite.
Senior doesn't like that. He's screaming out of pain.
Like
right?
Bolo.
Oh! Ah! But the quick thinking, he pulls out one of his earrings. That's why you don't wear jewelry.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why women have it right. They take out their earrings.
Yeah.
Right? Chemo forgot to take off his earrings.
Bad idea.
But after Chemo comes out with a cheating maneuver,
yeah,
having a weapon on him and stabs Senior in the leg.
Oh.
Ah!
Right on the side.
Ah! He must be tickled because you can see it's a fake knife.
Nice.
It's a retractable.
I don't know, I can't fight with watch on. Feel like restraining.
When you're in a moment, you can't think of such. You just gotta move.
Yeah.
So you gotta be comfortable in your own skin. But for this moment, Senior has something else in his skin, and it's very painful.
A retractable knife.
Right? And Chemo just finishes him off, and he waits for his next opponent. Alright? Fight sequence continues. We're outside the barn. We see Jesse fighting off his half of the goons.
Yeah.
And you see him reenacting what he's been doing since a little kid, y'all.
Man, probably jumped off the trampoline on the other side.
Maybe.
Right.
Totally Hollywood aesthetic here, y'all. You get that Hollywood angle for that impact hit. But for this sequence, y'all, Ernie Reyes Jr., you totally see and hear the Bruce Lee influence. From the grunts to the moves.
Almost sounds like him, too.
Yeah. The whole JKD experience.
Yeah.
You know, utilizing what's around you just to defeat your opponent. You know, if he has to use whatever that farming tool may be, but he uses to his advantage against this knife attack, right? Of course, you have to finish it off with an awesome high kick. And it's not a martial arts action movie without it.
Without the high kick, man. High flying kick.
Can't leave home without it.
Yeah.
But there's one more henchman to worry about. This guy might be an honorable henchman. I don't know the name. However, we have seen him in Rumble in the Bronx.
Rumble in the Bronx, y'all.
He was another suited goon, henchman if you will.
Yeah.
Comment below if you know his name.
He's under the Hong Kong contract of stuntmen.
But here he is, being a stuntman for Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yes.
For this sequence, they consider timing when you're dealing with weapons.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know what it really takes when it comes down to choreography, but safety has to be number one. Right?
You need to know someone that knows their stuff, man.
Yep.
This stuntman almost died in Matrix with high production value and people like what more low budget.
You can only imagine.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
But for this crazy moment, y'all, Jesse finds a way to outfight these henchmen. He gets caught in a bear hug, but he finds a way to have the other henchmen strike each other.
Yeah.
You know, and just to get that advantage. And when I mean advantage, Jesse gets another Bruce Lee advantage here.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
He showcases another Bruce Lee influence. And by performing that sidekick, y'all, grunts and all,
Yeah.
wind up, and just the execution.
Perfect form, same energy.
And it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Ernie Reyes Jr. is our Filipino Bruce Lee.
For real, seriously, brings that energy too. The fact that he respects it. He's not just using it as a mockery. He actually embraces and shows as his inspiration.
And that he can put his own flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Story continues. Here's another goon thinking he knows the art of Arnis.
Like, look what I found.
I just learned online.
Look what I found.
As he demonstrates it, but it's no match for Jesse. He already knows how to defend it.
Hell yeah.
One maneuver gets him in the choke lock and knocks him out. Like, yeah, right. You know Arnis.
Yeah. Like sometimes, like people with weapons, they have a disadvantage.
As if they're too reliant.
Yeah, and they telegraph.
So, know your stuff, y'all.
Be safe.
But this story continues. The final fight goes down. Chemo has waited long enough.
Nice.
Here's Jesse finally partaking in this ultimate fight.
Ooh, he said it, guys. He said ultimate fight.
You don't see Senior in the picture. He's probably on the side somewhere out cold.
You know, I dragged him off. He dragged him off the set. Like, come on, let's watch over here. Let's watch from over here.
Totally wrestling. And for this fight scene, y'all, totally get that example of size difference.
Yeah, a Western stare down, if you will.
Right?
In a barn.
Chemo being 6'1", and Ernie Reyes Jr. giving about 5'6", 5'5".
Yeah.
That's definitely a big advantage. And look at those muscles on Chemo. Definitely looks intimidating for Jesse. However, when you have speed on your side, brute force has no match.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's a lot of weight and muscle to be carrying around.
Yeah,
and
swinging and, yeah.
if you're not Michael Jai White.
If you're not Michael Jai, why bother?
Because you really see the elusiveness, that boxing flurry.
Yeah.
And the combination in there. It's like, how does someone like Chemo defend that?
Yeah.
Like the way he's bouncing around, like Bruce, right? Not being stagnant, really being elusive, flow like water.
Yep, exactly.
Like, make this big weight move.
Yeah, wear him out.
Get tired.
Yeah, right. It's like he can't grab water, you know what I mean? So you gotta keep moving, can't grasp the water.
However, when you strike water, there's one big splash, right? Jesse gets a wake-up call and then forces him upstairs. And Jesse's doing his best to find that advantage. You know, utilizing his speed, bouncing around, just trying to find that opening, adding that combo in there.
Yeah, he throws a side kick, but then he gets caught, gets thrown a couple times.
Right, and he gets a taste of Chemo's side kicks.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine on the receiving end.
Yeah.
You know, just given Ernie's body physique and such leg strike.
Yeah, dude, the size difference shows that small guys can get thrown. Max Zhang got thrown.
It's like as a small person, you have to realize.
And they show that.
Right.
That's good that they show that.
Totes.
Yeah.
But for this scenario, it has to end sooner or later, right?
Yeah.
Jesse finds a way to gain momentum. He switches up. He goes on the other side, throws in some Taekwondo move, and he gets him.
Nice.
You know, he does that whole Taekwondo switch up move.
Yeah.
And gives him a nice swift kick to the face. However, as Chemo falls to the ground, he pretends that it was a stinger.
Yeah. I feel like that's his signature move.
It looks flashy on the camera.
Yeah, dude.
Here's Jesse thinking he finally defeated him. He's gonna walk off, but surprise.
The villain always comes back for one final scare.
Right? Jesse gets tossed in a pile of hay. Here's Chemo. He's pounding down on Jesse like a gorilla.
Getting pummeled.
Thinking you're fast now?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now? Antagonizing him at this point.
Yeah, and bullying him straight up.
And then here he is with the final blow, trying to smash down a block of hay. But here comes Pinoy, saving the day.
Again.
With his Eskrima.
Ending the way it started.
Right.
Coming to the rescue.
He probably took a long nap, but he woke up just at the right moment. And just to help out Jesse. Here they are, tag teaming against the giant.
Yeah.
He's going down slowly. The teamwork is happening. Here's Jesse going with that infamous triple kick that he loves doing. We've seen this in Surf Ninjas, yo.
Yes.
But this is a better angle.
Hell yeah, I agree. Straight up in your face.
As a director, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He got the angle he needed.
Right, he knows how to sell it.
Right.
Marvel, take notes.
Right. Talk about core work. Right?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm surprised he's able to catch himself with that 1 foot 3 times.
Man. Kimo thought it was good enough too, and look, he's dazed from those hits.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to expect next. But here's Jesse with another Bruce Lee moment, y'all. He charges up with that warrior spirit.
Yeah.
Final hiya.
Hell yeah.
Right, straight up like Bruce Lee, flying sidekick.
Fuck yeah. The Bruce Lee logo. He comes in with the Bruce Lee logo. If you guys know what logo that is, it's that.
The henchman goes flying out,
Just like in the Western.
falling down from that barn. But Jesse looking for a final blow, if you will.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that this villain stays dead.
Yeah. Almost like Tony Jaa coming out the glass window.
But here, you get that Bruce Lee moment.
Yeah.
With
Nice.
that epic stomp.
Pinoy's like, I don't know if I want to jump.
Pinoy wants to see if he landed it.
Yeah.
But he's going to take the stairs instead.
It's a good composition right there.
Yeah.
Look like he's on his shoulders. Like, it's his conscience. That's like his guardian angel, though, for real.
For real.
Saved his life twice. No Pinoy, no Jesse.
But Jesse prevails. He wins that ultimate fight. Victory for all. Everyone's tired. Time to celebrate some shape or form.
Nice. And the sun sets.
For Hitler. We see him. He touches down back at his headquarters. However, he has a message waiting for him. And he knows right off the bat what that's all about.
It's nothing good.
And here's Hitler saying, "Oh God, why have you forsaken me?" But here's the Godfather throwing down that power of God onto Hitler.
Reaping the defeat, right? See, look at that. God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you guys doing this kind of stuff? Then you expect God to help you with that. Like, I don't get it. Don't make sense.
But this story is near its end. We're here back where it started, right? You see Jesse and the crew, they're looking for Pinoy. But then Jesse's like, why are we looking for him? We should just let him go. I'm the real Pinoy. But for Senior, by the way, who's still alive, he says we can use him for our business, his presence.
Yes.
And luckily enough, they felt that presence. They found Pinoy. Why he's here, what is he waiting for, I don't know. But you really feel for him. And so does Senior. He says that you belong with us.
Yeah.
And your family is with us.
We value your presence.
Right? You belong here.
We'll take care of you.
Right? Your love is here. But for Pinoy, he's like, but wherever I go, I can't escape fighting. Fighting always follows me.
Right.
But for Senior, he reassures them that he has family. You know, he points to the car and he shows the family that he has. And for Jesse, he throws out some remarks like, yeah, man, I'm the real Pinoy.
Yeah.
Just showing that bravado. But he's just mean it jokingly.
Showing that brother love, I guess.
Yeah. Jesse's trying to punk him, right? You know, come on, you want to fight? I'll show you I'm the real Pinoy. And then Pinoy's like, see, look, fighting again. I don't want to fight. He always fight. Like,
Yeah.
fight always follows me. And then he tries to avoid it, right? He wants to leave.
Yeah.
But then here is Karen reassuring Pinoy. We only have one parent, and, you know, being part of this family will mean a lot for them. Not for the business, but just for the future and just what Pinoy can provide.
Yeah.
As Karen's talking to him, you know, he gets these flashbacks of his Lolo telling them such same message,
Yeah.
you know? And then at that moment, as if like Pinoy got that clarity of his purpose.
He realized it's where it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
The universe has guided him, and this only can mean a new beginning, and only the universe knows.
And hopefully there's a sequel.
Hopefully.
You can honestly say we finally watched a Filipino martial arts movie at its purest.
And that was The Process, y'all.
The Process!
Or The Ultimate Fight, however you want to watch this movie, but that was the movie.
Yes.
This MacGuffin type movie was directed again by Ernie Reyes Jr., co-written by him, and I don't know if this is his film debut, but you totally get that creativity expression out of him in this film.
For sure.
Totally see that Bruce Lee influence again for this father-son duo in the film together again.
For sure. Seeing them work together.
Right, a martial arts treat.
Yeah, man. It's like the Griffith of martial arts.
Totally.
Man, that's great.
If I were to rate this film, I honestly would have to give it a 3 out of 5. This movie is not really story heavy. However, it has story plots to kind of move the story along, and maybe there's some stuff that needs to be elaborated on. But given whatever budget was set on this film, I mean, it was totally executed as an awesome martial arts film still. The fight scenes made it well worth it. You totally get the independent vibes, home video feel.
Yeah, for sure. The fact that they show that it can't be done on the low budget, close to nothing.
And again, the full demonstration of the Filipino art of Eskrima, of Arnis, to be demonstrated on this film is totally a plus and a rarity for a martial arts film, because you hardly see it.
Yeah.
Again, other than Perfect Weapon, which we did do an episode on, but this film honestly tops that.
For me, same, dude. 3.5 out of 5. The story was there, but the edit was choppy, kind of made it confusing. Fast forward to the martial arts, totally it's 4. You know, and getting to see the Eskrimas in action, not Americanized. You know what I mean?
Totes.
Not Americanized action, Filipino action.
Totes.
The process, y'all, aka the ultimate fight.
If y'all haven't seen it, we highly recommend it.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
but not just for the father-son duo, Ernie Reyes Jr. and Jr., but for the fact that this is a Filipino martial arts movie.
Yes.
And if you guys are a fan of Eskrima, Arnis, or just the style of the Filipino art, you know, this movie is for you. And whatever bin you can find it in, you know, physical copy, or if you have to stream it, you know, definitely add it to your martial arts collection. And if you just want to watch the fight scenes, you do you. But you can stream the movie on Tubi. But hey, you do you and experience it for yourself.
Yeah, if you guys really don't care for the story, but really into the martial arts, you won't be disappointed. From weaponry to physical martial arts. Or if you like Ninja Turtles, the first movie, just take out all the costumes. Same thing, like weapons, everything, comedy.
Both Caesar and Ernie Reyes Jr.
Yeah, get
both.
2 turtles.
That's another reason why to watch this movie, because you get those 2 guys who are in the suit. I don't know if you want to say that's a rarity or that's...
Hey, but hey, however that happened, thank God it did. Thank you guys for the movie.
So again, y'all, if you haven't watched The Process or The Ultimate Fight, we highly recommend it.
Yes.
Martial arts lovers, you know, this is the movie for you guys.
Yeah, 2 Arnis sticks up.
And definitely shout out Shishir Inocalla, y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shishir.
We'll be looking into his work.
Yes.
And definitely be on the lookout for more episodes on Shishir Inocalla, y'all.
Yes, sir. Shishir, thank you. Salamat.
And if you reach this part of this episode, we highly appreciate you, because you already know time is expensive.
Yes.
But we appreciate you for spending that time with us. But if you're here for the first time, definitely like, subscribe, comment what you'd like us to look into next. But if you're a returnee, by all means, just share with the world what you found and looked in today. Continue spreading the word what the brothers Nino and Oliver are doing over here on Creativity and Chief.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because definitely we got more music, movies, comic book reviews on the way, including our own creations.
Yes, all that good stuff.
So, physical follow, avatar follow, whatever floats your boat. Definitely follow us on this journey.
Yes, sir. Please do.
And now we like to end this episode with a motivational quote for y'all. But if you heard this before, by all means, just let it be a self-reflection of where we are today.
In the present.
And this one is by The Unknown Universe.
Nice.
And it states, continue your daily practice of prayer and meditation, because it keeps you centered in a loving mindset. End quote.
Wow.
Pretty powerful stuff, even how simple and direct of a statement that is. It goes with Pinoy's journey. You know, he left the Philippines and touched down in Seattle to find peace, love, and purpose in life.
Yeah.
Right? A family at that.
Yeah, for sure.
Look who he found. I mean, there was turmoil on that journey, but after he got through that, it was smooth sailing from there. You know?
Yeah, found the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right? Stay patient.
Yeah.
And, you know, he continued to stay grounded, centered to himself.
Stay true.
He helped out when he needed to.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't fall for the fast life, knowing how easy, how accessible it was in America.
Yeah.
You know, or just anywhere. But he knows how to stay centered and stay disciplined.
Yeah.
And now he gets to teach that. He gets to teach that same discipline, the same love of martial arts and of self to those kids.
Yeah.
You know, to Jesse and those whoever wants to learn.
The wisdom.
Including for Senior being could be an evolution.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of him learning from a master.
Yeah.
Right. For everybody in this movie, they get a big upgrade spiritually.
For sure, collectively, as a home. Right.
Given that violence and martial arts play a part, but there's balance.
They found balance now that Pinoy is around. And vice versa, they were each other's what they needed.
The missing piece to the puzzle
of each other's lives.
Yep.
For sure.
So yeah, y'all, let this underrated, underground, independent movie of a Filipino martial arts movie be an inspiration for you somehow, some shape or form, in a way of where you are in your journey and where you need to be and where you belong.
Yeah.
Life is all about not where you end up, but where you belong. And you end up on the other side of the world, that's where the universe wants you to be.
Yeah.
You know, the universe doesn't put you where you're not valued.
Yeah. It guides you to where you need to be.
Right? Because the universe knows your story.
Yeah.
And that's where you guys tag team on that journey and just figure that out. And what's for you is for you only, and the universe can guide you to that.
And when nothing is perfect, it's just the universe testing you.
Perfection doesn't exist.
Nope. Evolution and progress.
Right? The universe knows otherwise.
On the daily.
And it's that time we're going to say, stay creative, keep creating.
Stay independent, have your own style.
Do your best as a human being to stay motivated and keep on going.
Stay positive, kill the negativity, and love yourself, y'all. Be kind.
Even though you don't study martial arts, do your best as a human being to be good and to do awesome things.
Have a good journey. Faith survives, y'all.
Till next time, y'all.
Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.
In life, you have to enjoy the process.
Talk to me, brother.